Welcome to the Instagram stories for Thursday, September 1st. I'm your host, Daniel Hill. Apologies for no show yesterday. As I mentioned, my wife and I got invited to a VIP event at a new gluten-free restaurant that my wife likes. And it was actually really exciting because there were a bunch of other content creators there. And even though I said, I'm not going to be able to record a show, I'm going to get home too late, I actually didn't get home too late, but it was great because I had the opportunity to take all the content that I had filmed throughout the evening and make it into a cohesive video. I was able to make a 30-second video that I sent to the restaurant. Whether or not they use it, I'm okay either way, but I really felt like I had a good opportunity to not only meet some other content creators, but also to experiment a little bit. To actually edit that video took me about 45 minutes. And so I would say as a good ratio, 45 minutes to make 30 seconds worth of video content is about right. So if you're paying a social media person, it takes a long time to edit video. If you're doing it yourself, you know it takes a long time. I use Adobe Premiere on the computer, but I recommend CapCut if you're on a mobile device. Before we get into the news, let's have a quick word from our sponsor, #Slayer.com. If you want to reach new people, if you want to build your audience, and if you want to grow your business, you need to be using #Slayer.com. You can sign up with your email address and get your first month free when you use the code IGStories at #Slayer.com. No Facebook login is required for sign up. All right, let's get into the news. The about.facebook.com blog had an Instagram post testing more ways to control what you see on Instagram. In this blog post, they announced that they're testing 2 new ways to shape the Instagram experience. They're testing the ability to mark multiple posts in the Explore page as not interested. When you do that, they will immediately hide those posts and refrain from showing you similar content in the future. They will also start testing the ability to tell Instagram you don't want to see suggested posts with certain keywords, phrases, or emojis in the caption or hashtags. This is a really great concept, and I'm very surprised that they have not implemented this sooner. Let's just say you don't want to see reels that are all about photography because for whatever reason, you're not into that. In the screenshot that I'm looking at, which shows add words, phrases, or emojis, you can hide suggested posts with hashtags or captions that have certain words, phrases, or emojis, manage your list anytime in settings, and you can add multiple items separated by commas. You would just put in the word photography there, and then you wouldn't see any more of those. In this blog post, they do highlight how to see more of what you want to see on Instagram. They recommend using the favorites and following feed to see what you want to see in that particular moment. Use the not interested control, which is on specific posts, which would remove the post from your feed immediately, and they will suggest fewer posts like it in the future. To do that, you can tap the X at the top right corner of the post, or you can tap the 3-dot menu and then select not interested. And they also recommend adjusting the sensitivity content control. I always set mine to less. I will see less sensitive content in that specific case, but I think that's better overall. Just as a reminder, if you have a teenager on Instagram, absolutely ensure that you set their sensitivity control to less so they see less sensitive content. I'm going to link to this blog post so that you can check it out for yourself. Be sure to come back tomorrow for more Instagram news.
I'm not yet a member of the Instagram team, but my podcast covers many Instagram themes. But the name, image, logos are trademarks at Instagram and the LCC in the USA and every territory. Everything I publish independently until Zuck returns my DMs and starts to pay my salary. Not sponsored or endorsed, no lies, no fallacies. I use their logo with permission, not malicious or callously. No trademark violation, filling all criteria. Follow me on Instagram or Twitter at Daniel Hill Media.